Good afternoon to you. As of 5 o'clock, I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick McKee here in the WFXR Plus studio, bringing an update on the winter weather conditions that are continuing to move across the region for us. And let me start off with the newest thing, and this is one of the craziest things I've seen in a long time. We've got a flood advisory in place for you folks, and Grayson County goes into Smith and Tazewell counties due to heavy rainfall over a frozen ground. It looks like we may be seeing still some freezing rain coming in there. But that flood advisory, it goes until 8:45 for tonight. As we see potential for some flooding due to water just not being able to go down into the ground due to it being frozen. So flooding of low-lying areas is going to be a possibility for us. I don't remember the last time I saw that. I've seen flood advisories and warnings as things are melting on the backside of it, but actually during an active advisory, it's been a long time. I've been doing this 25 years, and especially on the East Coast, I don't remember seeing one of these. So just add that to the craziness of the day that we're seeing. Freezing rain's fallen across a large part of the region for us this afternoon. We've seen the reports from some of the airports of maybe a change back over to snow in through parts of the New River Valley. I'm not seeing that, just looking at cameras outside. Not to say it's not happening, or maybe some snow's not mixing in with the rain, but it looks like freezing rain really is the big thing we're dealing with here across the region. Let me take you in where it's a little bit heavier, and I'm watching here, especially along and east of the Blue Ridge. In through Patrick into Franklin and Henry counties. Quite a bit of freezing rain is coming down here where you see those deeper purples that are showing up for us, even into northern portions of Pennsylvania County, seeing some of that freezing rain that's coming in. It looks like we're seeing it here into the New River Valley. I'm going to take the mask off here for a second. Yeah, light to moderate freezing rain coming in for us here into the New River Valley, maybe some snowflakes getting thrown into the mix. We go northward, generally it's going to be on the light side for us. Just unmask it for a second. A couple of heavier bursts, it looks like they're near Buchanan, continuing back up to near Lexington, right up 81, where we could be seeing some additional slick spots. Central Virginia, light freezing rain in the city of Lynchburg, a little heavier there, the western half of Amherst County, into the northern sides of Bedford, and then back into northern Pennsylvania. Hasn't fully gotten to you folks in Charlotte County yet. It's coming, though. It's just off to your west by, 5-10 miles, 20 miles from you folks in Charlotte Courthouse. So it's coming in your direction here, and then we'll get the entire region. But the one thing to note, as we look back toward the west, of the steady precipitation, this is the back edge. We got a little bit lingering back here into far southwest, but it looks like the solid back edge is quickly starting to move into the region. Let me put this in motion for you, and you can see that back edge and how fast now it is starting to slide its way off to the east. Once that comes to an end, I don't think we're 100% done. We're probably still going to see some of that freezing drizzle around here as we head through the evening hours for tonight, until we start to get a push of dry air coming in our direction to help to dry things out at least a little bit for us as we head throughout the night. Let me take you west. I want to just peek at the radar out of northeastern Tennessee. Yeah, there's the very back edge of it coming in now down in through Abingdon. Looking back behind it, there's nothing. Let's go up to the Charleston radar, see what's going on there. And RLX, there we go. Slide up to the north. So it looks like this one band right here is still lifting its way. Oops, I hit the wrong tool. Let me get the right one. There we go. And let me pause it here for a second. This one band here is still moving its way to the north. This is the activity that's moving its way eastward. Back behind it, things really starting to dry out, which is some good news. The faster motion of this gives us the less freezing rain that we have to deal with, especially knowing that the winds are going to be picking up for us as we get into tomorrow. Of course, as I always say, any freezing rain's bad freezing rain. Even small amounts of it are going to make things slick. The front walk, the front porch, your driveway, city streets. And of course, then we've got to watch the power lines and trees and make sure they don't get too weighed down to potentially see some power outages, which so far across the region haven't been too bad. Not to say that won't change because it very well could. And really, we got to watch as we get into tomorrow. We've got 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts that are going to be possible for us as we head through the day on your Monday, as we get this storm system moving out of here, but getting stronger as it moves into the northeast. And that potentially could send some wind down in our direction. So we're going to be watching that very closely. But things improving for us, or at least things showing signs of improving, as right now the I-77 corridor, Bland with counties, you're almost done. There's nothing really falling now. Maybe some of that drizzle. You got one last little burst of rain just off to your west to get in. And then this system is done for you. And I think we're quickly going to see this back edge sweep through here over the next 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. And we'll get this storm system out of here and hopefully try to do some melting as we get into the week ahead. But as I show you the forecast here in a bit, it's going to be awfully hard to do as we're going to stay cold throughout most of this week and possibly into part of the next week. Maybe a little bit of improvement over the weekend. Maybe try by Saturday to get some warmth back in here. But really, it's going to be a cold, cold week. All right, I'm going to change modes here on the computer as I take you in and show you. There's one of the 7 days we'll come back to here in a couple of minutes. Winter storm warnings are continuing for us. Technically, they go through tomorrow afternoon, but this storm system by then is long gone for most of us. So these are likely to get pulled down. From Tennessee southwestward to New Mexico, big improvements there as the storm system has moved out. Now they're into cleanup mode. We're still watching across the Carolinas, Virginia, the Mid-Atlantic, and then continuing up into the Northeast with still all modes of possibility for these areas. But this storm system finally showing signs of being on the move to get out of here and to loosen its grip on the nation, which we've seen, more than half of the nation's population being impacted by this storm system. I think it's more than 230 million people, the last I saw, are being impacted by this. It's a big storm. For us, that's what's happening now. The freezing rain, the last piece of the puzzle, it looks like that's coming in for us here at this hour. Roanoke temperatures dipped back down to 16. We're 20 in Lynchburg, 20 South Boston and Danville. We're 22 into Martinsville. Higher elevations, a little bit warmer. We're up to 27 now in Hot Springs. It's 28 in Galax and Bluefield. The last I saw, and I haven't checked it recently, Mount Rogers, Western Grayson County, up at about 5,000 feet, was up to 34 degrees. And as we get this front getting ready to move through, we may actually see temperatures continue to rise as we head into the evening hours for tonight. I think for most of us, we're still going to stay below 32 degrees. I think below freezing as we head overnight tonight and probably into the day for tomorrow. But at least we're going to get this system on the move and out of here as we head through the next several hours as we see that big dry slot coming in from the southwest. And that's going to be pushing in as this system continues to move off to the east, and the low pressure area along the coast really starts taking over, and the inland one basically is going to be transferring its energy over and getting out of here. All right, so by 6 o'clock, we may be west of the Blue Ridge, seeing things winding down for us. We're going to see this line continuing to slide off to the east, probably by 9 o'clock, maybe even 8, we get the bulk of the precipitation out of here. As it looks like it's moving a little faster, I'll say between 8 and 9, the way it's looking to me right now, that we may be bringing this to an end. Notice back on the western hills, though, wraparound moisture coming in. It looks like we're going to see some snow showers coming into the westernmost mountains as we head overnight for tonight. And then I think continuing as we go through the day for tomorrow, especially into the northwestern hills, those usual areas up around the ski resorts, snowshoe back toward Quinwood, maybe northern portions of Highland County, getting in on that action as well. That's going to slide its way out of here by late afternoon, evening. It looks like even those snow showers are starting to back off. But with these low pressures areas around, it is going to, I meant to take that slide out again. I forgot to do it. Still looking 10th to a quarter of an inch north of 460. Could see some quarter to half inch spots as we head off to the south as we head into the next several hours. This is the thing that does worry me. There's the winds, 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, probably starting about 3, 4 in the morning. They start ramping up. Hold steady as we go through the day on your Monday, and then as we get into Monday night, they start stair-stepping down. We'll get them much lighter as we get into Tuesday morning. Slight uptick as we get into Tuesday afternoon. They won't be near as bad as they were on Monday. And that breeze that we see on Tuesday may actually help a little bit. We get some sunshine, even if temperatures are below freezing. If we get some sunshine on ice, we can quickly melt it, even below freezing. And because the air's so dry, that wind actually helps to kind of evaporate it quickly, even with the quick sun melt of the sunshine. That's how you get some melting when temperatures are below 32. It takes the sun to do it. I don't think we're going to see tremendous sun west of the Blue Ridge on Monday. Maybe to the east we can see some of that. But Tuesday we certainly could, with the help of the wind, to evaporate some of that melted snow and ice off for us. It's probably still going to take into Wednesday and may really take much of this week to get huge improvements that are coming our way. This is going to be a slow process as temperatures just stay cold for us. I think we'll go up this evening. I'll put us at 25 at midnight and then start coming back down, 18 degrees by 6 a.m. As we head through the day for tomorrow, slight improvement up to 28 for a high happening around the 3 o'clock hour. 28 degrees is our average low temperature this time of the year. 47 is our average high. And as we go through this week, average highs and lows both start going up for us. Right now, we're in the coldest period of winter, historically. And then those temperatures start heading up, and we should start seeing improvements as we head through the next month or so. But you know how February is. It can be very fickle, and we can see a little bit of everything. On top of the winds and the cold coming in, Monday night into Tuesday morning is going to be some of the coldest air we've seen in quite some time around here. We've got an extreme cold watch in place. This is going to be for Central Virginia, the Highlands, Roanoke Valley, into the New River Valley for us. Air temperature is going to be near zero, maybe slightly below. We're going to see the winds still in the 20, 25 mile per hour gust range. That's going to make you feel like 15 to 20 below zero outside as we head into Tuesday morning. As we get into Monday, we'll see these upgraded to advisories and likely warnings, I think, for some of us, as it's going to be that cold across the region. But look into your Monday, things improving. More sunshine east, more clouds to the west, maybe some peaks of sunshine to get through. Snow showers for the western hills that I think will start winding down as we head Monday night into Tuesday morning. I think we're going to get more sunshine for all of us as we head into Tuesday. That is certainly the good news that I'm expecting. All right, I'm going to jump ahead here. Just want to show you quickly, because I'm almost out of time, the 7-day forecast. Monday night, Tuesday morning, 0 for our temperature. Bounce it back up to 32 as we get into Tuesday. Dip it down into the 20s again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm watching a system Friday, an Alberta Clipper to drop down, maybe bring some snow showers back into the western hills, possibly a couple out to the Blue Ridge eastward, now looking like we'll stay dry. And then Sunday, bounce it back up to 34 degrees for our high temperature there. So it looks like maybe by the weekend we'll get some good melting going on for whatever's left. Again, a flood advisory until 8:45 tonight for you folks in Grayson County, as we've seen the heavy rain and freezing rain coming in on the frozen ground to possibly pose some problems there, but it looks like we're getting ready to dry out into Grayson County. Another update for you coming up at the top of the hour.